Hi, it's Lou Theodore and this is day 20 of 100 videos in 100 days. And today I thought I would reflect a little bit on the drawing video yesterday because there were some great conversations that came out of that video. And that's an interesting process because obviously when people talk about what they've seen or heard or what's resonated for them in the video, it gets reflected back to me, but in a slightly different form. And I can hear and see different things then from that conversation. And it's a funny old process, this, because I'm just ad-libbing into my phone every day for some minutes, just talking off the top of my head about whatever happens to be at the forefront, whatever feels important or I feel passionate about, or actually just what feels that it just needs to be said out loud. And yesterday, plus the conversations that were had, made me realise that often I am the person who needs to hear those messages most of all. Most of all. And that was particularly true of one of the pages. So it was this page. And the reason it's true, and this is a bit of a confession actually on video, is for actually, I'm ashamed to say, but for years, people have asked me why I don't have an online shop and why I don't sell prints or drawings or paintings online and that they would like to buy them. And I haven't done anything about it. And I thought, why? Why is that? Why haven't you done anything with that? It's quite a straightforward thing. Millions of people have online shops. Why haven't you gone forward with that? And I think it's because there have been periods of time where I've really had very limited time to do my own creative work. And because of that, I think it's sort of bred this feeling of scarcity. And I think when things feel scarce, you tend to really hang on tightly to them and you don't want to let them go. But you know what? Things have changed. That actually isn't the case for me now. So why am I still hoarding all this artwork then? What about that makes sense? And how does that fit then, Lou, with that? Well, of course, the truth is it doesn't. And suddenly I realised that it doesn't, and that hoarding belongs to yesterday and it doesn't belong to today. Because I will always, it's that thing, isn't it? When things feel scarce, they feel finite. So it's a bit like, well, I better keep all these drawings because I may not do them again. But that is absolutely ridiculous because I have drawn from the whole of my life. I will continue to draw and paint for the whole of my life. Creative expression is infinite. It's not like, you've only got 50 drawings in you and then you're out. So why am I hoarding it all? I could offer up to people the chance to buy some. If somebody likes a painting or a drawing and it makes them laugh or smile or remind them of something, how nice is that to put that out there and people can choose whether they want it or not. There's no law, is there, that says you've got to go to the online shop. No, it's only if people want to. It makes sense to them. So I think I'm going to have to do something about this because it feels like, it feels like a bit of a barrier, and I need to just acknowledge that's not the way things are anymore, and I can let it go because I've got quite a lot of work that I've built up over a period of time. Somebody could have the chance to enjoy it on their wall or give it as a present rather than it sitting in folders in my studio. I mean, that's useless, isn't it? So it's time to let it go. and yeah, just move on. And maybe in that letting go and just putting it out there, maybe that clears a path as well to new things coming through, which is always possible. So that, I think, is going to be one of my tasks for this week. And I can't say the process of doing a lot of scanning fills me with joy. And there was some terror when I briefly looked on Etsy and saw how beautifully staged people's online shops are. You know, they've got paintings and then they've got cacti or beautiful ornament, or I thought, oh goodness, that looks like it's going to take ages to do. So I think we can be fairly sure that my shop is not going to be beautifully staged unless a minor miracle happens. But it just feels that I need to let it go, and I need to show up and offer those gifts, because it doesn't really matter if people buy them or not. That's not the point. The point is being free, saying, hey, look, I've created this. If you're interested in it, it's here. And just moving on to the next project, and let that creativity flow through, and you just do new things. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. And I think there might be some people quite surprised that actually it's ever happened. But there we go. So day 20, a personal revelation and a bit of a confession from me. And I'm going to go for a walk in the sunshine for half an hour, and then get on with some other work. So hope you're having a lovely day. Speak to you tomorrow.